Guys, I am fired up. After 2 years, we are bringing back the RC Stuff YouTube channel. And I want to kick things off by showing you some of the RC cars I had as a kid and some that I've always wanted. All of these cars that we're going to see in this video are from the 90s. They're literally like 20 to 30 years old. Starting off with the fast tracks. Like, these were the epitome of RC cars in the 90s. I always wanted them. I never got a chance to get them. And then I found them on eBay. Let's get a close look at this thing. Dude, if you had this when they first came out, this was the coolest freaking thing ever. It was like the first thing I've seen that actually had like tank treads on it. Again, I wanted one of these things so freaking bad, and I never did get one. Never got one as a kid. So I see them on eBay. They sell for 100 to 300 bucks. And now this one's a little bit rougher condition. The treads aren't as clean. There's a couple more scratches on it. It's missing the battery cover. Bought it untested. Owner said not sure if it works or not. I think I paid like $100 for this one, but just to have them as shelf queens is worth it, because it's just something I wanted my whole freaking life and I never had it. Now, I did have this one. This is one of the first ones I saw, and is the Dagger. And one of the reasons I love these, I started collecting with the box. I'm really only interested in it if it has the box, with the exception of the Fast Tracks and the Bandits. Those are kind of hard to come by in the box nowadays. But this one, I started collecting a bunch. They're all in the box. Some of the conditions are better than others, but I love these because they open up and you can look at them. Like, how freaking cool is that? And this is art. These boxes, packaging is art by itself. Let's check this one out. Let's open it up. You got the remote for that guy. And then what do we have here? Nice and easy. Again, these boxes are 20 years old. Kind of old and brittle, but dude, this thing smells like an old attic. You can just smell the dust on it. But I vividly remember having one of these as a kid. And this one was cool because it has the battery pack. It actually has the thing in there, but you slide right here, and you slide the weight back and forth on it, I believe. If I remember correctly, I think you could slide this around, yeah, which moves in here. And then it shows the speed zone, the stunt zone, and wheelie zone. If you slide that battery pack or that lever all the way to the back side right here, this thing will just do wheelies everywhere. But big old rubby knobby tires. I'm pretty sure this one runs too. Yeah, one of the next videos, I'll end up popping some batteries in these things and seeing which ones are runners and which ones aren't. But yeah, this one was cool because that would just pretty much wheelie everywhere. That's all it did. And it'd spin around in circles. But graphics on the bottom, on the top, this thing is in really good condition. A little bit of wear on the front tire here, but overall, like, super clean. And it just smells old. You open that box, you can smell the dust. Next up, we have the freaking Mutator. If you guys are old enough to remember the Home Alone movie, I think it was Home Alone 3. This was the car that Kevin was running around with a little camera strapped to the top of it. And again, look at the box art. Unfortunately, this box is not in the best condition, but I want to say, I don't have to check the prices on these things, but I got this one for like $100. And you open it up, look at it. The car itself is really clean. And that's what made me want it. The box on this one was kind of just a bonus. I have seen other Mutators on eBay pop up with much better boxes. So maybe one day I'll find one that has a better box, and then I'll just put this car in it, because this car is very clean. Yeah, mutate on the fly into 5 different exciting positions. I don't know if you guys remember the freaking commercials that would play on like Saturday afternoon. You get all the commercials on these things, and it was just the coolest stuff ever. But those are some of the positions that it does. It's got off-road monster truck where it's all jacked up. You got the street rod where it's lowered, the high-performance dragster where it's raked in the front, and then the rocket car where it's just... Actually, what's the difference between the rocket and the street rod? Probably the same thing. Oh, the wheelbase is actually a little bit closer there than the stunt machine. Let's pull it out of the box. Check it out. Let's see what we got here. Same thing. We got the remote. We got to have the remote for it. Dusty as could be. This one's actually got some weight. Like, it is significantly heavier than the Dagger. I've got to be careful here. A little bit of packaging. We don't want to damage anything. Come on now. There it is. Yeah, car condition looks pretty good. It hasn't been flipped over many times. There's not too many scratches on it. The front bumper looks good, nice and clean. The tires aren't worn down. And this thing is pretty cool. Actually, let's see if it has, oh, it has a battery in it. And that looks like a newer battery. So I'm sure, oh, it's plugged in. Who did that? I thought it came shipping. So that battery's probably cooked because I've had this thing for quite some time just sitting here in the box, and I don't know why when I got it, I never really checked on it. So the next video, we will see if these things run. I'll go pick up a couple 9-volt batteries for the controllers. I don't usually have those. But yeah, this one looks really clean. Very impressed with it. Just wish the box was in a better condition. But yeah, eBay for the win. Let's check out the next one. All right, so the next up is the Crashback. This is from Tonka, not TYCO, and it's from the XRC line. And as a kid, I remember having a lot of the XRCs. I never had this one, always wanted one, but let's open it up, check it out. The box art, these boxes do not flip open like some of the Tonkos, but still nonetheless, very cool piece of art. There you go. I have not even opened this one yet. This is how it was packaged off of eBay, so could be a rock in here. I have no idea. What is that? Dang, they packaged this thing. Everything is individually packaged. Oh, that's cool, nice remote. I think it's missing the sticker on it, but still, as long as you have the remote. See, there's another package in here. Oh, it's got another battery. That's cool. I love it when they come with the battery packs. Here we go. Let's pull it out on camera. This one is unique because it crashes and then you hit the button and then it like fixes itself. It's kind of small. Let's check it out. So this one is not as pristine shape, especially considering that it was meant to crash. And you don't see these as much because they got damaged, because their whole thing was crash it into something and it'll fix itself. So you do see some road rash on the front. It's got some chips on the paint. It's been flipped over a few times for sure, but this material is like rubber. It's like a soft rubber material. And then the controller has this button up here. And I guess I've never seen one in person. I've never had one. I just remember seeing the commercials of them. So we're gonna put the battery in this and we're gonna see if it works, because right now it's all crunched up. You're supposed to be able to click that button and it's gonna fix itself. It has sliders on the bottom, so where this thing like a, what do you call that thing? An accordion, where it like opens and closes. But let's check it out. All right, so the battery, took me a second to figure it out. The battery hatch is on the back of it right here. I have no idea if that battery is charged. Yeah, this thing may not work, but that battery also may not be charged. That's probably what it is. I got nothing. Who knows the last time that battery's been used? Let me see if I can get it to hold a charge, or possibly put a different one in there. We'll give that thing a couple minutes to charge up, see if we can at least get it to move a little bit. But here's the instructions for it, and it literally shows you kind of how it like crashes, unfolds, normal again, and then it says like ram it again. So no wonder you don't see too many of these things. They're encouraging people to smash them into walls and ram them in and break them into stuff. But there are a handful floating around, but not maybe as many as other models that you would find on eBay. Next, the TYCO Rebound. I definitely had one of these. This thing was indestructible, and that's why you still see a lot of them to this day. I threw this thing off of like a 3-story deck down the stairs. numerous times, and they still just keep on chugging. It's very hard, compact plastic, but yeah, same thing. Look at that box, how it opens up. That's too freaking cool. This box is in pretty good condition, a little sun faded, but overall, the backside's not in good condition. I take that back. It's got some tape on it, but I just buy it for the front. As long as that front looks good, sitting on the shelf, that's all that matters. Let's see what we got here. I have not opened this one up yet. It's still in the original eBay packaging. We got another battery pack. Maybe I can put that one into the Crashback. Anytime you leave them plugged in like that, that's no bueno. But this one looks brand new. This looks really, really new. Pop it out, see if it's got some charge on it for that thing. Well, still nothing, unfortunately, but again, that battery could be dead. Most of these things have been sitting for several months, if not years. Who knows how long. I've had them for several months, and didn't even realize there was a battery in there. I haven't even opened most of these things, so I'll throw that one on the charger as well and see if we can get a little juice in it. All right, back to this. Let's see what else we have in here. The remote. I like that it's labeled Rebound, because even newer vehicles today don't label their remotes anymore. It would be so much easier if these sledges and slashes and all these boats, if they were to just say what they were on it, that would be nice, but they don't. Let's see what we got. Ready? Wow, look at this thing. This one seemed to be in better condition than other ones that I saw, but nowhere near perfect condition. You know, the whole thing with the Rebound is they just flip over and run. I mean, you can like never get these things stuck. And no matter which way it lands, it's still going to keep going. Directional controlling on each side, so it's forward and reverse, no actual steering. But these things are built like little bricks. Definitely some scratches on it, though. See it in the light right here. Not the best condition, but it had the box and said it ran. So again, next video, we'll test it. I'm getting lucky with these things. A lot of them are including the original paperwork with this stuff. So it shows you it spins 360s back and forth. Directional can flip upside down and still run. Now you got black and white. This is the Jet Turbo. Pretty freaking cool. And this one smells old also. You can smell the attic dust coming off of it. All right, here up next, we have another TONKA XRC line. This is the Daredevil. This is actually one that's kind of harder to find. You don't see a lot of them floating around anymore. I have seen a few, but not too many. And it looks like somebody might have got this from Goodwill for 40 bucks. What a steal. Honestly, I don't think I paid 50 or 60 bucks for it with the box. The box is pretty rough, but just being able to find one in general and one that had a box is rare. All right, so let's see what we have. So the thing about the Daredevil is this one jumps. I never had one as a kid. I don't think there's no controller with this one. And decent condition, not the best. These things took a lot of beating because as you would go, you'd hit the button on the controller and it would jump out of the air. Right here, you can see it's got like a little kicker on it on both sides. And this thing would fly down super quick. And that would cause this thing to jump, bunny hop. All right, up next, we have a mystery box. A lot of these things I've had for months and months and months just sitting here. I have not got around to opening any packages. And oh yeah, I already see what it is. And I saved them. I wanted to save them and collect them to unbox them on camera, right? So this one, I've never had one. I do remember seeing it. It's the TYCO Slammer. Look at that box. That's nice. Same thing. All these old 90s TYCOs, they opened up. So it does have a controller. Look, it comes with a new battery. It's not in the best condition. It's a little rough, but all the decals are there. It still looks good. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. So a couple little scratches on it. Same thing as the Rebound. Oh yeah, that side's a little rougher than the other side, but you don't see too many of these things. You know, this is, again, 20 plus years old right here. But yeah, overall, it's not bad. It's missing the back plate cover for it. So a lot of these guys, they 3D print that stuff. Probably will never run it. We might slap a battery in it one day, but doubtful. I really just want them because of the box. The boxes are cooler to me than the car sometimes, you know, and finding stuff that's in the box. So this one, similar to the Dagger. So I would say this is like the Dagger and the Rebound. It's got the big fat tires, low front tires, but this one flips over that way and this way. Just directional tires, no steering. Pretty cool. And the box is not in bad condition, a little faded. Some of the edges are a little rough. I mean, that's pretty typical, but no real damage on the front side or the back side. Okay, here we go. Actually, I almost got that one. I put in a bid for it, and what happened? I won the auction on it, and then they like canceled it. I never got it. I've never seen one of these. I didn't even know that was an option. What was that? Jurassic Park, and it like spits water. The Scorcher, I've seen a few of those. I don't think I've ever seen a Jackal. I've seen a couple of these. I've seen this one too, but yeah, I've never seen that one. So I might have to go on eBay and look. That might be another video. All right, let's move on. I have a few more boxes to open up. Let's see what else. I kind of forgot what I ordered at this point. Now there is one that I'm saving for last. It is my all-time favorite car that I had as a kid. I had a few of them, but unfortunately I broke every one of them. Just that's the nature of the car. But I am saving that one for last. This one right here, we got another one. I have no idea what it is. Well, I mean, I do have an idea, but I couldn't tell you which one. There's still a few of them that are boxed up. Okay, I got it halfway open. I remember what it is. This is one I bought a duplicate of because I couldn't help it. It was cheap. It was cheap, and I think it's better condition than the other one. I want to say I won the auction on this one for like 50 bucks. Oh yeah, that's it. I remember now because this box is in really good shape. We just saw this one, but this box is a lot better condition than the other box. And for 50 bucks, yeah, I mean, it's basically free, you know? Let's see what we got here. Gotta be careful with this thing. Oh, wow. Oh, I remember. This one was sealed, never opened. Why is it so hard to get out? There it is. Dude, still has all of the factory packaging. That's what I was saying before. You just push the button and it hops up. But look at this thing, guys. That's still in the plastic. So we're going to, it hasn't been opened. Let me see. Oh, man. How freaking cool, dude. I don't see any signs of use on it or wear. Oh, dang, that one stinks too. Heck yeah. Brand spanking new. Yeah, that plastic has never been taken off. It doesn't fit over the tires, so you would have to tear it to get it off. Too freaking cool right here. Another Air Devil. This is a TONKA XRC line. All right, next one. It only takes a second to figure out what it is. This one is boxed by a professional, you can tell. This is what they do off eBay. It even has the eBay tape. It's in one box that fits everything. It's not pieced together. Oh man, I had this one. Yep, I remember now, and I think this one is pretty tore up, but there's only a handful you cut, you know. You gotta get what you can take if you want one. Wow, the box on this one is probably the best condition yet.
Guys, we got the Firestorm XRC. I'm a big XRC fan, Tonka fan. They had the coolest commercials. TYCO, don't get me wrong. TYCOs definitely seem to be the more collectibles. But the XRCs, these were just cool. Ah, it sucks. Somebody put a sticker. What was that? Retail $84.95. And somebody wrote on it. But otherwise, dude, the box is freaking mint. That's probably the best box out of all of them. That's really nice. I just wish they opened up. Let's open it up. See what we got.
All right, here we go. Yeah, this one was pretty rough condition. I remember that the splitter's broken off of it. It does have the charger and it does have the remote. I mean, if you even have the remote half the time, you're doing pretty well. Yeah, that's wild. So this thing, the faster you go, the skinnier the tires get. And they wind up. It seems like a lot of these cars, Tonka was real big on just using these two-wheel drive directional tires. No steering in the front. That seemed to be the name of the game back then, is just rear-wheel drive and just forward and reverse. Oh, it does have a battery pack in it. It's plugged in. It's probably been plugged in for 22 years. So, oh well. It has the case, it has this piece. This piece alone, I mean, almost every single RC car is missing this. It's pretty tore up, dude. It looks like it got chewed up by a dog. The front splitter is busted off of it and broken, but I'll probably end up finding another one of these in better condition and then just use that box, because I highly doubt I'll find another box in that condition. But we are not done yet. I still have two more, and this one right here may be the coolest RC. I remember seeing the commercials. Process of elimination. I only have two left, and I know which one came in last. So this one has to be the one I'm thinking it is, and a lot of people never even knew this car existed. I only saw the commercial for it. It probably ran for only a month or two. Never saw one in person, and never heard about it again 20-something years later. But I thought about it. I remembered the name, and I looked on eBay for a long time, and I finally found one.
And not only did I find one, I found one in the box. This is the ATRC, all-terrain radio controlled. It's got a big track on the back. Unfortunately, the box is not in the best condition, but to find one that is even in the box is just amazing, because I guarantee you don't see these. You can go on eBay all the time and look, and these never pop up. Somebody wrote on it with a Sharpie, Nathan 2001, and I think they were already out. Let me see. Let me check and see.
Well, I'm sitting here Googling, and even Google doesn't show you anything. I see one sold in February off of eBay, so there was one that popped up recently. I missed it, and it sold at a good price too, only 30 bucks. But even if you Google these things, you can find a couple forums about them, but there's nothing. Like, they were nothing. I specifically remember seeing the commercial for these as a kid and thought there's nothing beats that. It's got a freaking tank track on it, and they showed it going through snow and water and doing everything. This one, unfortunately, the tank track is ripped on it, but I didn't care. I still bought it. So look at that. That's so cheap and toy grade. But it did say that what I did find said this is the 1996 model. So I was 11 years old. It looks like we have a front splitter. That's never good. It comes out in pieces. But here we go. Oh my God, what was that? Had to be a battery charger. That thing is big. Holy crap. And that's the cool thing about waiting to unbox these, is we're seeing them together at the same time.
Yeah, so that's a freaking Nico, whatever you call it. We don't need none of that, but here we go. Yeah, he was very clear about that in the listing. This is honestly way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And then the splitter goes on it over here. That's supposed to go in, so that looks like that does pop in pretty easy. But that thing's massive. That's a big freaking RC car for being a Tonka brand. Oh, this one has steering. And it's just belt driven. Oh man, how friggin' cool. That's heavy too. It's got some weight to it. Hopefully one day I can find a belt for this thing. Otherwise, it looks mint. Well, minus the tires. I can't say it looks mint, but it looks pretty good. I don't see any other damage or scratches or anything on it. I wonder if this is even broken or if it was just never installed. No, I don't see any damage on this either. Did it break or did it just... No, I think that's good. It should just slide in like this. Yeah, it just popped right in there. No damage at all. How? Man, that is the coolest freaking thing. I bet you this thing would just go through, I don't know. Yeah, that front splitter probably did hang it up a little bit. That reduces a lot of ground clearance, but if you're talking about snow or something, it's probably not going to turn too well in the snow, but that thing looks like it'd bite. Bummer. I got to find a track. For it. I highly doubt I'll find another one with the box, but I'm sure I can find another one and just switch tracks because everything else on this thing looks really good. Even the tires really don't look that chewed up at all. They still have the middle inseam running down it. Yep, I dig it. We got one more, my favorite one, coming up next. So actually, I went to go put this battery tray back in here, and I can see that's a bad design. So you kind of got to like force it into the side. And this is not driven. This is not your drive motor. This spins freely, so that's not your drive. Your drive motor is this piece right here. So that's what drives it, and it just catches these little grooves. But your battery is also located under there with a battery lid, and that just makes it to where you got to fight this. So there's a good chance somebody was like pulling on this, trying to get the battery in there and ripped it, because it doesn't look like there's barely any wear on this. Bad design, but really cool still. So this one, I tortured this car. I freaking tortured it. I sent it down the stairs over and over. It would throw it, would just didn't hold back. And I had two of them. I actually broke the first one. Ended up getting lucky and getting the second one. And I don't remember what happened to him. I never did. Probably broke it too, but one of my favorite freaking RC cars. I've been looking for it for a year. Couldn't find one. And then I found one and I didn't get the auction on it. It was more than I wanted to pay. And I was like, oh, all hope is lost. Never gonna find one again. And then like a week or two later, another one popped up and I was like, I gotta get it. And coolest thing is this one had the box, because all the other ones I found did not. The freaking Ricochet, dude. Oh, this by far. I gotta get better about that, guys. Knocking everything off the freaking tables over here. Yeah. Best RC car I ever had. This one has the air inflatable tires, and I'm getting lucky over here because that came with the remote. The other one that I found didn't even have the remote to it, so super hard to find. And if any of you guys ever see these ones that I'm looking at, I would buy another one for sure. This one's packaged pretty well. But I remember this thing being like big. This one doesn't, it's not as big as I remember it. As a kid, this thing was huge. Like, it was massive. There we go. It actually looks to be in, oh man, that's almost perfect condition. Why do I remember these things being so much bigger? Like, I don't know. They do make a smaller version, but I swear this is the full size. I could be tripping, but it just is a lot smaller than I remember. These actually had air tires in there. I forget, how do you blow them up? Oh yeah, right here. I wonder if I can put some air in that. We'll try and hook up the little thing, see if we can get the tires inflated on it. But overall, if you do find one of these, this whole top lid right here is just toast, completely scratched up. This one has a couple little minor, but that's literally like one time of playing with it. One little road rash would have done that. This side looks mint. She's mint, dude. I couldn't believe I found one. But yeah, that is the Ricochet. Just pops over, and let me see if I can get my little air pump and get some air in these things real quick. All right, so luckily I actually sell these products from Rhino. This is what I do for a living. We make these little air pumps, and let's see if this guy works. Gotta be careful with it though, because we don't want to overinflate it. Force it in. I don't know if it'll seat the beat. Nah, that one's not working. Let's see if we can get this one to hold air. It's almost like it's never been. That's gotta be it, right? Either that or I just put a hole in it. There it is, dude. Look at that. Hell yeah, that one took pretty good. Let's see if we get this one again. Yeah, it's just gotta go all the way in. That one's leaking a little bit, but dude, how cool. Yeah. Coolest car I ever had. The one that I have the most memories with. The one that I probably owned for the longest out of all of them. Like, I played with this thing every freaking day, and I was bummed out when it broke. So my parents got me another one. But yeah, definitely going on the wall. Dude, I thought they were bigger. I was just smaller, maybe. Maybe I was just so small that this thing looked freaking huge. But I definitely remember them being like pretty stout and pretty big. Significantly bigger than the Rebound. That's what I remember. I was like, oh, the Rebound's the small one. The Ricochet is the big one. But yeah, it's not too much bigger. Bunch of bubble wrap under my stool. I don't know. Maybe I got a mini. I don't think so. But if there is a bigger one and I got the small one, then drop a comment and let me know. But there is one more. I lied. I got one more to show you. This one right here is what started it all. I've got videos and pictures of me as a kid, like 8, 9 years old. I built a whole track under the deck outside with a whole freaking off-road track. I even buried a cat box with like frozen water during the winter times. It was like a little ice rink for it and a whoop section and jumps and everything. And this is what started my obsession with Jeeps. 30 something years later, now I have like huge Jeeps, and I've been into Jeeps my whole life, and this is probably where it started. But yeah, fun one. This one and the Ricochet, definitely the most memorable. But I didn't forget. I remember in the beginning of the video, I was messing around with the Crashback. I said, let's charge one of those batteries, throw it in there. Let's see if this thing works. Battery has about 30 minutes of charge on it. Heck yeah, so let's see if it'll crash. Oh, I don't know. I actually know what. It has to be crunched up, so hit the button. Oh, too cool, dude. It works. Still works. Next video, we're gonna go through all these old ones. We're gonna see which ones work and which ones don't work, and then after that, I'll get back into the normal RC stuff. We got the sledge, we gotta go bash. I wanna do a head-to-head between the sledge and the Italian. Those two are competition right there. We're gonna see which one's better. And then also, we have the old Traxx Spartan versus the new Traxx Spartan self-riding. I got a big pond right down the road from the house. We're gonna go throw those things in the water and do a comparison video on that. I'm also building out a little circle track in the backyard, so we're gonna start running the short course slash trucks. I'm
I'm gonna fire up the old RC Stuff YouTube channel and try and be more consistent with upcoming posts. So most of you know that I run another YouTube channel, 4x4 Rescue. That's what I do for my job. But on the sides, downtime, not that I get a lot of it, but on the downtime I do get, I want to start running out more RC content. So if you made it this far, definitely thanks for watching. If you got any questions about this stuff, if you're interested in purchasing any of it, or if you know of some that I don't know of, drop a comment and let me know. If you have a car that you want to see that you had as a kid, I might buy it and do a review on it. Let me know, guys, and I will see you on the next video.